What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue Games. Bom dia. Bonjour, ça va? Bem-vindo. Hola. Welcome guys. Hope you guys having a great week. It's Friday. We're back for our Friday night flight. This is the Friday night song. I'm just kidding. Yeah. But no, we today we're flying out of Malaga on Infinite Flight Mobile Flight Simulator. One last salute to Thomas Cook. You know, that airline is shutting down or has shut down, and we're gonna do one last flight, one last adventure. We'll be flying from Malaga, Spain to Tenerife in the Canary Islands. So it's just under a 2-hour flight, so I'm going to quickly get the aircraft started. I don't really think that we need to push back. We can actually just go forward here, I think. Let's see. No, actually we do need to push back. Alright, so we'll go ahead and push back. And don't worry guys, I'll definitely give you guys some shout outs. Just stick around for a bit. So flight plan today, again, Malaga, Spain, Lima, Echo, Mike, Golf to Tenerife, which is Golf Charlie Tango Sierra. That's going to be we're flying the A321. You can fly whichever aircraft you like. You're not restricted to fly the same aircraft that we are flying. You're going to need about 11,100 kilograms of fuel. That's including extra and reserve. In pounds, that's going to be 24,500 pounds of fuel. Altitude today will be 35,000 feet. That is flight level 350. Climb profile 250 knots underneath 10,000. And then we'll go to 300 knots above 10,000, and then we'll be cruising today at Mach 0.82. And starting engine number 2. If you need a flight plan, if you are in game with us right now, if you need a flight plan, you could always click on my aircraft or click on Starley. He's probably on the runway somewhere or taking off. Yeah, he's going to runway 12. I'll be taking off runway 13. We're on an expert server. I think that is all the information you need. We'll go ahead and set my altitude for an initial climb of 12,000 for now. Engine number 1 is spooling up. We already got our beacon lights on. Passengers are on board and being briefed with the safety information. We are in the nicely reworked A320, so we're going to have working systems here as soon as I turn the master power on, which I should have done a while ago. Just not used to doing that, you know? And I could have swore. You know what? I don't think I did. I didn't. I thought I turned off my notifications. Apparently I didn't. At least not for text messages. Turn it off for everything else. But always. Alright, we're gonna taxi. No ATC here, but we'll go ahead and let people know we're taxiing runway 13. And we go flaps 1. Brakes release. Those engines are both on. We got 2 good engines. And we'll be taxiing, I think, to the right. Yes, sir. So brakes are released. We get a little bit of power. Get the aircraft rolling. and then we'll taxi down to that. But basically, we'll follow that guy over there to runway 13. So, Joshka, what's up, man? PK 001, good to see you. Nagy West, IFMG, great to see you. I gotta text this guy back because if I don't, he's gonna call me. That's gonna piss me off. Like, I need to talk to him later. Yes, I'm cool with talking to him. I just can't talk now because I'm streaming from my phone, and that's one of the biggest things that bothers me is when somebody calls me when I'm streaming from my phone. It's so funny. This is one of the reasons that honestly I stream at this time of day as well for me, because it's pretty early. It's only 10 a.m. But earlier in the morning, it's less likely for somebody to give me a call. I'll usually get calls like sometime in the afternoon time, and so it's just a lot easier for me to stream at this time of day. There's less distractions, less things being asked of me this early in the day. There's still things that I do and I need to do on my own part, but I can do my best to get those things done. See aircraft taking off there. And then it's even more important whenever I'm streaming from my phone, because again, it's my phone. This is my only source of communication that I'm on right now that we're using to stream. So, oh my god, I could have swore I turned off notifications. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do that right now because that's really annoying. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We're gonna go into standby. We're still taxiing though. All right, we're back, and that should no longer be an issue now. I'm just hoping that these people don't need anything extremely important, because if they do, then they'll end up calling me, and that will pause the stream. So we'll see what happens. My dad wants to know what's up. I know. He's probably asking about the car. I don't know, because his car is in the shop, and I let him borrow my car since yesterday. He's supposed to get it back sometime today. You know, he's my dad. I don't mind that he wants to know what's up and he wants to talk. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little weird about that. He'll like text me and be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Working." I think he gets bored, to be honest with you. I don't know why my weather's not coming through. I think they mentioned that on the Infinite Flight forums about something going on with the weather, so I guess we're not gonna get any weather information. Then the other guy who texted me, that was about work, so I'm actually texting him from my computer now. The great thing about Apple is that if you have a MacBook, you can also text people from your Mac. That's only if they have an Apple phone. Alright, we'll hold short here at runway 13. We'll go ahead and double check all of our systems, make sure those things are on and operating like they should. Seatbelt sign is on, smoking sign is on, nav and beacon lights are on. Both engines are in the green. We can change our MFD if we like, but I think we're good.
Malaga Unicom, Shamrock 370 is taking off runway 13, departing east.
Peaceful flight, what's up, man? We're in Malaga, Spain, man. Check the description, guys.
Taking off runway 13, departing straight out.
Gamer Infinite Flight, what's up, man? How long will the flight be? About an hour and let's round up. Hour 50 minutes. I'm gonna try to make it shorter. Try to get us there a little bit quicker. But then also remember we have to add in ATC time, because there will be ATC and a lot of traffic down in Tenerife. So
Malaga Unicom,
gotta
2323,
be prepared for that. I'm gonna hold short here.
Runway 13.
Runway 13. He's already rolling, so we can actually go ahead and get up behind him with the strobe lights, land lights turning on. We'll take off runway 13, departing to the south.
Malaga Unicum, Blue
Parking brakes
116
release.
is taking
Spoilers are
runway
off. Flaps
13,
are set. Takeoff
departing
trim. We'll do like 20. Alright, we're good to go. What up, Flyboy? Good day from Germany. Alright, guys, from now on until we get to autopilot, we will be on stereo cockpit. So give me a second and we let's see, got a calibrate my screen here. Alright, runway does seem to be clear. That departing traffic is airborne, wheels up. Nobody's in on final. Have a good flight today, guys. Looking forward to it. Those of you who did join, thank you for joining. And those of you who are joining, in the process of joining, welcome aboard.
On runway 13.
Malaga Unicom, Papa Romeo 231 Super, taxi.
Alright, we are on the center line, giving it some power. Flex power. Again, we gotta keep an eye on the, okay. Why can't I turn my screen?
Malaga Unicom.
Weird, okay, never mind.
100 knots.
064, holding short runway 13.
V1. Rotate.
Oh my god.
Malaga
Wait.
Papa Foxtrot 313
Gear
Heavy is
up.
taking off runway 13, departing straight out. Malaga Unicum. Thomas Cook 7572 is taking off runway 13.
Alright, using the cockpit instruments to follow our climb here. That's 1,000 feet. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
Gear's already up. You can see our flight plan there on the right display there. About a 10 degrees climb. Now the flaps went up, the nose goes down, so I'm gonna have to adjust my pitch back up to about 15 degrees in the climb, trying to follow the green line. It's funny because I didn't think about it until now, but Airbus, is he really the only one that uses a green line for their flight plan? Like all the Boeing aircraft and a lot of all the other planes and all the other avionics out there use a magenta line, but Airbus seems to be the only one who uses a green line, so didn't notice that until now. Right, there's 3,600, we're at 220 knots, still hand flying it. I'm zooming in because I can't see that. I really can't see that unless I zoom in. Again, infinite flight, it'd be nice if we can get a flight director on here, right here. That'd be extremely helpful. Maybe we'll get that in the next update. They still, I don't think they've really, honestly, like I don't think they've actually like released all the information about what's coming in this next update, because apparently there's a lot of stuff that we don't know that's coming to this next update. And maybe that'll be one of them. I don't know. I don't know what all we're gonna get. Alright, we're still flying it by hand, passing 7,000 for 12,000. I'll go ahead and do the autopilot honestly because I want to see the view. So I'm gonna set altitude to 12 and nav mode. Now the aircraft is under control. We will climb about 3,500 and we'll go 245 knots. We're almost at 10,000, so we're about to go a bit faster anyways. But I know that this departure is beautiful, so I want to get a look outside and look at that. Very nice. Oh yeah. That right turn out of Malaga, Spain. Alright, we can now go hands-free.
Malaga Unicum, Whiskey Hotel Alpha Mike 1 is taking off runway 13, departing straight out.
Alright, there's 12,000 coming up. That's what that beat means. I'm going to go ahead and change it to 35. And we're actually already at 11,000, so we can also speed up to 300 knots. Let me adjust the altitude to be correct. Kind of missed it there. 300 knots is what I'm looking for. We can still climb at 3,500 feet. We got plenty of power to do that. Now that we're above 10,000 feet, we can shut off the landing lights, the exterior lights. Oh, strobe lights will stay on. Everything else will stay on except for the landing lights. 104% in one, bro. We are pushing it. And so if you want to, I'm sure you guys probably already know this, but if you're new to infinite flight and you want to zoom this screen out here, you're going to want to hit MFD range and change that. I'm going to change to 160. That gives me a 160 mile range ahead of me. You could also change the screen to the, where is it at? The nav. Wait, is that what it is? Yeah, nav. And nav will give you like the whole full compass if you need that. I prefer the the arc. Well, on X-plane, what I usually do is both sides of the aircraft has its own controls, and so what I'll do is I'll have the arc on this side for kind of like a close-up look, just for me, and then for the co-pilot or first officer, I'll give him the navigation look so he can see the entire compass, and that also include TCAS and traffic and whatnot. And another thing that I noticed last time we flew, something they need to fix is that it's probably just a texture, but right here where it says landing gear and it has all 3 green lights lit, it should actually be like it should be no lights because the gear is up. So when the gear goes up, those lights should turn off. And in transition, you'll see it turn red. But you know, I'm sure they'll probably add that in the future. All right, passing 18,000 feet. Climbing very nicely, very easily. The majority of our flight, honestly, today is gonna be over water, so I really want to appreciate the scenery while it's here. We're flying basically west down the southern coast of Spain, and we'll probably fly over Gibraltar, which I think we can see already out there off the horizon. And then once we pass Gibraltar, and we'll probably just barely touch northern Africa, just a little bit after that, we'll be mostly over the water until we get into our approach into Tenerife. So I really want to appreciate the scenery we have here in Spain while we actually have something to look at, you know what I mean? But distance to destination is 867 miles from where we are now. This time our load is not too heavy. Last time we flew, last week at Friday Night Flight, I think I packed too much cargo or something, and we were heavy and I couldn't use autopilot. And it was pretty challenging to land an aircraft that's technically over its max landing weight. So that was a challenge that we had to deal with last week. But we made it. We survived. It wasn't the best of landings, but we definitely survived. And if you want all this information on your screen, you can turn your HUD back on if you're flying your Airbus. I'm just going to turn it on so I can see my speed. I don't want to overspeed. I want to go a little bit faster, but I don't want to overspeed. But I'm looking forward to the day, though, when they add aircraft to this map here. That'll be sick, yo. That'll be freaking sick. I mean, it's getting better. It's getting better. I know every update we get, we're gonna get better. They're gonna get some cool new features, and I think one that I would love to see is to see aircraft on this map as well as terrain on this map. That would be extremely helpful as well. We know that they've already kind of addressed that issue. Watch our speed here. We are getting a bit fast, but I think that'd be pretty cool to see terrain and aircraft on this map, or have the option to turn them on and off. And a flight director, I said that already on that main, on the PFD in the primary display. All right, so as we're climbing, that speed is getting lower and lower. So let's go down to 300 knots. We're almost to, yep, there it is, Mach 0.80. That's where that's where we're gonna stay for now. Till we get to our actual cruise. We're passing 28,000 feet, going pretty good so far. Seems like it's quieted down outside. Right around when I started, they were doing some work outside. It was really loud. It was very, very loud. Are you guys hearing sounds and everything okay? Let me get my headphones. Make sure these sounds are coming through good. Last week I had a big issue where last week I was having so much problems, man, getting my freaking sound working for infinite flight. Today I turned it on and it just worked, and I was like, okay, great. Hopefully it stays that way. You know what I mean? I need to make sure I hear this back, make sure the levels are good. But you guys could also confirm for me if the levels are good. All right, cool. Peaceful Flight says sound is okay. You don't have infinite flight, but you like my videos. Appreciate that, man. Bishoy hasn't played infinite flight in ages. I mean, I understand if you have P3D. That's what you play, P3D. Oh yeah, we're sound good. Sound is amazing. 5x5, yes sir. All right, we're about to level off here with 1,000 below. Again, I will go ahead and mention this now early. Is watch out for spacing, guys. The whole way, I think that was a problem we had last week too. Was spacing. Somebody was all over me. So a big rule of mine is don't freaking touch me. In air, I don't want to be touched. I don't want no harassment. But yeah, 10 miles, man. 10 to 5 miles of spacing. Let's just go with 10. Let's just say 10. 10 miles of spacing is ideal. Spacing behind me looks incredible. Looks great right now. But I'm more talking about when we actually get en route and we've kind of slowed down to our actual cruise speeds, which is going to be, again, Mach 0.82, guys. If you just joined and you're flying with us, Mach 0.82 is the official cruise speed for our group flight, and we'll be cruising at 35,000 feet. So make sure you are at that speed and at that altitude, and you won't have any issues. Appreciate it. Yeah, so you know, some days I just feel like wearing shades, and some days I don't really care. Today I'm probably gonna take them off, honestly, in a little bit, and we'll turn them back. We'll put them back on when we land. That's kind of what my idea was today, was to partially wear the shades, so I give you both sides of me today. We're looking good. All right, we just leveled off on our cruise, 35,000 feet. We are already at Mach 0.82 and cruising. We are 1 hour and 30 minutes away. And we're doing all right. So we've only been live for 22 minutes. So we're right on schedule. We're right on schedule. Yes, sir. Almost 10,000. I think we're like 400 subscribers away from 10,000. So working on it, man. Working on it. Working on it. The road to 10K continues. I don't know when we're going to get there. I would like to get there by the end of October. I would like to get there by the end of October. Look at this view, though. Holy crap. All right, this is Gibraltar right here. Where's it at? Where's it at? Also, if you like, you could always track us on the live flight map. Okay, Gibraltar's actually on the other side of the water. It's over there. See that little like bay area over there, right off my wingtip? That's where Gibraltar is. Yeah, right there. That's where Gibraltar is. It's on the Spain side. For some reason, I thought it was on the south side of the Gibraltar Straits. Right there, that's the Strait of Gibraltar. And this is the view of amazingness right happening right now. Jesus, look at that. So again, once again, we're back flying Thomas Cook 1, doing one last final farewell flight for them. Sad to see him go. We did do another Thomas Cook flight a week ago on X-Plane in the 757 as a farewell back then, but Infinite Flight is not doing that as their theme, so we decided to take the Airbus out. You grinded for 4 days doing straight long hauls? Nice. That's how you got to grade 5. Wow. What up, Tripix? Yes, sir. I see that streak going, man. Welcome back, man. Good to see you as always. Sorry anybody if I've missed any comments. I'm not picking and choosing honestly who I reply to. I'm just kind of looking down at the game. I look up and glance and I just see any random comment and I reply to it and I go back to the game. So in a bit here, once I kind of settle down and get comfortable, I will chat with you guys a bit more. So sorry if I haven't been answering any of your questions. We've been on sterile cockpit so far. So yeah, flying away. So Spain's in the background. That's back there. And we're currently flying over, what is this place called? Morocco. So we'll be flying over Morocco for a bit. I can actually show you guys a map. Here we are. And then once we leave Morocco, we'll be out over the ocean until we get to the Canary Islands, which I'm looking forward to. We haven't flown out here in a while. I think we've done a flight before to Tenerife in a Q400 from somewhere. I don't remember where we flew out of. But I'm looking forward to it. I like it. It's really cool. It's really cool approaches out there. I really enjoy flying out here. And I believe that this weekend is the next flight sim show or whatever they call it. There's one happening in Europe, and that's probably one of the main reasons that Friday Night Flights in Europe. Like I knew because of the whole flight sim thing, flight sim event happening in Europe or in the UK this weekend. I was like, Infinite Flight's definitely gonna have a Friday Night Flight that's in the UK, so not surprised at all. I personally, I'm really glad. I like the flight that we're doing. I like that we're not really, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Like I kind of want to do the established route. They gave us a lot of established routes from UK, but I'm doing a lot of UK flying this week on my own. And I kind of want to, I kind of would like to, I don't know, not fly in the UK, but I also am thinking about maybe later on today, maybe, it depends. Like, as you already saw, people are calling me and texting me for work, so I don't know how available my phone's going to be to dedicate my phone to Infinite Flight today. But a flight from UK to the Canaries doesn't sound like a bad idea. That's a 3-hour flight. Like all the established routes are just about 3 hours long. That's one of the main reasons that I didn't do the established. We went back and we had created our own and made a stream train from Malaga. Oh yeah. So, but there's a lot of people. Like if you want to fly later on today, you want to do one of the established routes. There's a lot of flights, a lot of people flying from the UK to the Canary Islands, and it's really good. Actually, matter of fact, I'm looking at live flight right now, and there's a ton. Not surprised at all, but there's a ton of people flying in and out of Gatwick right now. Like the traffic pattern, the approach pattern flying into Gatwick right now is crazy. Like it's so big, you can actually see it on the live flight map when you're not even zoomed in very far. So it's pretty freaking busy. So if you want to wait an hour to get off the ground, probably fly out of UK somewhere in like an hour or two. So yeah, it's pretty crazy up there. All right, so how are you guys doing? Take a look at the chat here that I've been neglecting since takeoff. Turn on some tunes. Yeah. Alright, we can also tune out frequency even though we're out of range. Javion Johnson, what's up, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Matter of fact, let's take the shades off. Now that we're cruising, we don't need those. We don't need to see anything. Captain Sign, what's up, man? Chris Hosford. Matter of fact, I know I haven't been paying attention. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, go ahead and resend them now. Go ahead and resend your highs, your hays, your whatevers. Chris Hosford, what's up, man? Welcome back. It's good to see you as always, man. Trey, welcome, man. Good to see you. Abbas and Messi, welcome back. Craig Dixon, what's up? Spacing, guys, remember, spacing, please. Don't fly through anyone. Be respectful. Again, cruise speed today is Mach 0.82 people, so do not exceed that and you won't have any problems. As long as you pay attention to the spacing ahead of you, you should be perfectly fine. So 10-mile spacing, if everybody does that, we won't have a problem. But you know, only so much that I can say to actually make that happen. We're actually number 4 in line. We're actually way up in front today. Pretty proud of myself, getting off the ground pretty quick. Up the Vale 11, what's up, man? You're on the route from Birmingham to Tenerife. Pretty nice, man. How far out are you? And how long is that flight? Just out of curiosity, I think it's at least 3 hours. What do I think about the confirmed Air France livery for infinite flight? My honest opinion is I don't think anything. I expect it. Like, I mean, an A350 is gonna come with all the liveries that A350s fly. So I was already expecting A350 livery. So it's like nothing. I don't know. I'm not like excited about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't excite me to see, oh, there's an Air France A350. Like, I already expect it. You know what I mean? So that's my. You asked my opinion. That's my opinion. I'm excited about the A350. Yes. But you know, seeing a Air France livery for it, you know, I'm not gonna be going crazy over it. The same, like you guys, a lot of you guys know my favorite, you know, I'm American, so if they were to show an American airline like this Delta, I think Delta has an A350 now. So if Delta A350 was like shown as a teaser, I would be like, oh, it looks cool, you know, it looks great. The Air France one looks great. The wingtips are wrong, but the Air France one looks great. Again, it's still a work in progress as well. But I wouldn't be like, my jaw wouldn't just drop from seeing it, you know. But I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I know we're gonna most likely get the Cessna 172 first, and then after that, the A350 will follow. I don't know, maybe a few months later. So yeah. Oh no, IFMG thinks he got friend zoned. What was the sign? Around 3 hours? Alright, yeah, cool. That's what I thought. I was kind of, before doing and planning today's flight, I was trying to figure out where I want to fly from and looked at all the established routes, the Birmingham one, the Gatwick one, you know, all the ones coming out of UK, and I was like, these look like really good routes actually. But they're just too long for me to stream. So like, if I were to do a 3-hour flight on an infinite flight, that would probably be at least a 4-hour stream, at least, which is half of my day. I don't know if my Twitch chats are coming in today, so if anybody wants to check on that, if you're watching from Twitch, just send a little test comment in and see if that's going to be coming through on my main screen. I have both of them open just in case I'm not getting it, but I just want to check. Alright, so we have a crosswind, 8 knots, so it's not really helping us. And our ground speed is 550. 721 miles to go, looking good. I love the ground tower view look, because it looks so real. Like you see like the kind of like the atmospheric distance fade of the plane, you know what I mean? Like you could literally take this photo right here, post it on a plane spotting website or whatever. I don't know if those exist. And people were like, oh, that's cool. It looks real. It really does look real. Matter of fact, I should take a screenshot of that. Thank you, Jorn van der Drift, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family. Thank you so much. Yeah, I got those finally working. I got my notifications back up and working, so I'm pretty happy about that. She takes so long to open message. That's every girl. That's like every female. So I wouldn't take that as being friend zoned. What is a magpie, Bishoy, in Australia? Right now, there's 23 ATC nodes on the expert server, more than you've ever seen. Really? I can't see it from this view, I don't think. No, I can't see it from this view. Yeah, I had to look, but I'll just take your word for it. Peaceful flight. What about doing a long haul someday? I'm not against the idea. We did one before. It was a special case scenario where the stars just happened to align for me that day, and I had the house to myself overnight and all that stuff, and we did an overnighter. So we'll have to. I'm not saying no. I'm saying I would like to. I would actually like to do a long haul someday. It's been so long since we've done one, and I want to do more, but it's just tough. It's tough to make the time to do long hauls. And usually the way that I do it is I'll start the flight out and obviously streaming the departure, and then I'll probably take a break where I'm not on camera, I'm not on voice for like 6 hours, you know what I mean? Or I'll come back and check in. I mean, there's only been one time that I've done a live stream where I was literally basically on stream, like here interacting with you for the entire time. That's when we flew from Europe to Dubai for my 1,000 subscriber special, I think is what it was, and that was pretty cool. But it was I had the day off that day, I had the house to myself that day, so it's just tough. But I'm keeping that in mind. I would like to do that again someday. BT, we use the exact same website to make our flight plans. The flight plan, the infinite flight, we use the same thing, and we usually or I should say Starly, who usually does my flight plans, he'll also adjust the flight plan to get rid of those weird waypoints, and we'll put in our own waypoints to kind of make the route more legit. But we base all our flight plans on that website for infinite flight. Magpies are lethal birds sent to assassinate. That sounds horrible. That sounds horrible. Hold on, guys. I'm going through chat. They scratched your ear and pulled your skin off. Ouch. I've been one to. Oh snap! I just realized we're looking at a blue screen of death. I don't know where the plane went. Let's do the belly cam. Crikey, they're lethal. Armanali Karim, we'll be flying to Sweden someday. I don't know when, but we'll fly to Sweden someday. Let's see, we actually flew to Sweden. Is that where I think it is? Yeah, I flew to Sweden on X-Plane probably 2 weeks ago. We did a flight. We did 2 flights. Matter of fact, you should check out that video. We did 2 flights. One from Bergen to Oslo. Stopped in Oslo, and we continued to Stockholm. So that's Norway to Sweden. So you should go back and check out that video. It was a fun flight, very scenic. I have some really nice scenery out there. I really enjoy flying out there in Norway and Sweden. Matter of fact, I want to fly in Norway more. There's just so many cool mountains, and just the region out there in Norway is so interesting to me. It's really cool. So I probably should fly out there more often, honestly, because there's probably a lot of hidden gems, beautiful airports, beautiful landing spots and approaches out there in Norway we need to check out. Maybe we should tour Norway one day. Norwegian tour. That's an idea. 20% off all floor tiles this week only. I don't understand what that's about. Falco Fitz, what's up, man? Good to see you. Oh wow, okay, IFNG, I see. It takes 12 hours for her to open your message, but she sees your story. Ouch. Ouch, bro. Yeah, you're in dangerous ground. So you're really trying to like be with this girl, right? Like you're trying to get out of the friend zone, yeah? You need to work your way through there. I can't promise I'm flying to Sweden next Friday. Matter of fact, I actually had other plans for next week in general. We're probably, this is not confirmed yet, but I'm still kind of tossing the idea up in my head. I've been really enjoying DCS World, and a new F-16 came out just yesterday, and I've been learning a lot about that. So I've been thinking about maybe spending next week in the DCS World, basically doing a military week. What is that? Uh-oh, it might be about to get real loud. I think I'm getting neighbors upstairs. I think I'm about to get some new neighbors because it's been really loud, like upstairs. The apartment management has been cleaning upstairs, and it's been really freaking loud. And just smashing, like I don't know what the heck they're doing to clean it, but they're just doing maintenance on it. And that means we're getting new neighbors soon. And that might be who I just saw rode up in a really big van that's probably full of furniture. So hopefully you guys won't hear it, but my wife will be very happy about that because sometimes upstairs neighbors can just get really loud and annoying. Our last upstairs neighbors were just, I don't know what they were doing. It's like they were carrying 100-pound dumbbells everywhere, just dropping them different parts of the freaking apartment. Like they were literally like hear like a big bang sound upstairs, and I was just like duck because I thought the ceiling was gonna cave in on me. Yes, sir, Luke, this is Expert Server. But yeah, as I was saying, I can't promise I'm going to be flying to Sweden next week. London to Perth, let's go. Oh my god. How long is that flight? Like 2 days? I'm just kidding. I just know it's long as that. My favorite plane in infinite flight is the MD-11. Wait, did I say MD-11? Yeah, MD-11. I already hear them. Yep, there they are. You guys can't hear it, but I can hear all the stomping around going on upstairs. I was correct. Oh well. But my favorite plane in infinite flight right now, I think I confirmed that last week, was the MD-11. I really enjoy that plane a lot. Peaceful flights, oh snap, coming through with the donation. It hasn't even notified us yet, but it's about to happen. Thank you so much, bro, for the super chat donation. I greatly appreciate that, man. Every single one, every little bit helps. Thank you guys so much. As I told you guys last week, all the donations you guys send me from now on will be going towards my own personal real life flight training. Matter of fact, not even just these donations, but the ones from before, they're all going to flight training. As I'm trying to pursue this aviation career in life. I really want to do it, and I've already started. Matter of fact, let's continue that conversation a little bit. Last week we talked a lot about sending it, going for it. Stop waiting for all the stars to align and life to be perfect for you to actually go out and chase your dreams. Like, get started. What can you do now to get started? And so last week I went ahead and made some phone calls. I did some research. I went out to the airport, if you saw my Instagram account, and basically I started last Friday night. I started private pilot ground school. I'm doing it online with a website called angleofattack.com. You can do it's really cheap as well. It's really cheap for you to do ground school. Basically, a lot of people were asking me on Instagram, they're like, what is ground school? And so I had to explain that ground school is actually when you're doing your real life flight training, there's a part of it that they call ground school. It's a written test that you have to pass. I think there's 3 tests you have to pass to get your private pilot certificate. You got to pass a written test, you have to pass the what's it called, the oral exam, and you got to pass the check ride, which I think is part of the check ride. And you don't have to do online ground school. You don't do ground school ahead of time. But if you don't, basically the way it would work is you would go out, you do your flying, you do your, all your flying maneuvers. Your instructor would teach you all those things, and then also there'd be some a lot of time that you would spend on the ground, like in a classroom or just one-on-one with your instructor, where they'll be teaching you a lot of the ground school things. There's a lot of like written test stuff that you need to know. Now you're gonna have to pay for that time, because if you're spending it with your instructor's gonna be charging you for the time that he's teaching you and working with you through this ground school part, which is not, this is separate from you actually physically being in the plane. You don't do ground school while you're in the plane, even though you do learn a lot of the same techniques and things like that. But anyway, so the point is, I'm doing ground school online. I'm doing it beforehand so that I can save money and not have to work, not have to spend more time and pay my instructor just to sit with me through ground school. Like, he's still gonna basically kind of review me over those things when I get with him in person. But for me personally, I thought the better route for me would be go ahead and do ground school ahead of time. Get that taken care of, get a really good understanding, be able to pass my written test before even starting flying. And then that way, when I get to do the flying, I just gotta do the flying, get the hours, and then do my oral and my check ride at around, whenever it's time, and get my private pilot license. That's my idea. That's what I'm gonna do. And right now, I still honestly don't have the money to really do a lot of the requirements for my flight training, like flying. It is a big requirement of it. But what I can afford is at least do a ground school. So I want to get started somewhere. I want to do something, and right now I'm doing the ground school. So it's going pretty well. I'm enjoying it, and I like it anyways. What is the best plane in infinite flight? I mean, I don't know. There's no. I mean, how do you really determine what's the best plane in infinite flight? Not like you have to pay for them. They're all the same. Airbus is really good. A320 family is really good because it's the most recently updated one, and it has the digital gauges and whatnot inside that actually work. So that's one of the things that makes this probably one of the best, or if not the best currently, technology-wise. On infinite flight, but really just comes down to favorites. I mean, they all fly. I won't say they fly the same, because they do have their own flight models, but the way you operate all of them are pretty much the same. So I believe we're still flying over Morocco. Let me double check on the live flight map. Yes, we are still over Morocco. Matter of fact, Morocco's gonna be the only country we actually fly over until we get over the sea again. ETA currently is 1 hour and 3 minutes, so we're gonna do shout outs here soon. If I do a Sweden flight, can I do London to Stockholm? For a stream, I can't promise it. London to Stockholm is a pretty long flight. And most of my, looking at it now, I wouldn't be able to do that flight. Most of my streams for infinite flight or even X-plane, doesn't matter honestly. The farthest I'll fly is max 2 hours, but I usually try to keep it around an hour to hour and 30 minutes so that I can keep my stream time down to around an average of 2 hours. Sometimes I go a little bit over, sometimes I go under, but I try to keep my stream length around 2 hours long, mainly for my own scheduling, for my own personal life and things I got going on. It's really tough. I know a lot of streamers out there will stream for like 4 hours at a time, 6 hours, 3 hours, whatever, but I just can't. So this is kind of what I do. But I mean, I wouldn't mind flying in Sweden, but like I said, I can't promise I'm do that next. If you have a specific suggestion, I do have a suggestion area on my Discord where you can put specific flights that you would like to see me do in the future, and I do look at those. I can't promise that I will do them. Sometimes I'll take the destination or the departure airport and I'll just do a whole different flight with it, but that's where you can put those. That's cool, Captain Stein. Yeah, man, that's dope. That's great. Definitely start young, guys. I 100% recommend you guys start young. And I feel like, honestly, Infinite Flight may just be a mobile game or whatever you want to call it, flight simulator, but it is honestly a great place to start. It is. Like, you can learn a lot about aviation, a lot about things, how things work in aviation, just by really applying yourself to Infinite Flight and the Infinite Flight community, because you'll learn a lot. If you learn the whole ATC process. It's not the same in real life, but it's similar. It'll kind of help with the learning curve when it comes to talking to real air traffic control, if you're already familiar with how to do an Infinite Flight. So again, it's not the same as real life, nowhere near it, but it will get you at least familiar with the process that you go through when talking to ATC in real life. When it comes to flying the planes, there's not really much there, except for maybe landing speeds. But really, if you do flight training, you're gonna start with a general aviation plane. You're gonna start in a 172. You're gonna start in a Piper aircraft. So all these airline flying, like, this is not helping you. I'm like just gonna be 100% honest with you. Like, if you want to be a real pilot in real life, and that's your goal, and you want to start young, even flying A320s around Infinite Flight is not gonna help you. Like, if you're serious about actually using Infinite Flight to help you with real life, like, flying an Airbus is not going to do it. Yes, sir. The A320 does have the panel, the animated displays, and these are all live. So, if you didn't know that, now you know. I agree with Bishoy. Any hours in a logbook is good. Yeah, thank you, Star. I actually forgot about the X-Cub. X-Cub has a lot of features as well. Yes, sir. The C-172 is looking pretty good. I'm really interested in seeing what these additional features are bringing to it. I think that's what I'm most interested in. I don't know what they are yet. I know they're talking about some navigation stuff. That doesn't really interest most people, I think. But when it comes to thinking about how to learn how to use navigational equipment and things like that, I think them doing that is a huge deal. So we'll see. I know that you beta testers and people out there know what's going on, but I don't know yet. Yeah, Trap Geeks. Again, you can... What the heck are they doing? These people are getting creative outside. There is a rope hanging from... Oh, that's not a rope. That's a pipe. Oh, you know who it is? I bet those are the carpet cleaners. I bet you those are the carpet cleaners, because there's like a big freaking drain pipe hanging from upstairs. Right off my balcony. Anyways, they're distracting me. All I can see, I should close my windows so I don't see it. I thought there was people moving and they had like a rope where they're like gonna carry things with the rope. Cause it's gotta be tough living on the 3rd floor, It ain't easy. Moving sucks. I hate moving. But yeah, I was replying to somebody about ATC and they were saying ATC is similar, but the speed is different. I disagree. Again, they have a great system, honestly, in Infinite Flight, for ATC and the way they do it. It could definitely be better, but it's a really good system the way they do it on Infinite Flight. But it's very different to real world. And there's even some of the terms you use, some of the things that you do in ATC is very different. Julius, what do I like about Infinite Flight? I personally like multiplayer. I like multiplayer. I like multiplayer. I like the ATC to pilot interaction, and I like that when I'm sitting next to another aircraft on the ramp, they look just like me in quality. That's one of the biggest things about flying in multiplayer on X-Plane right now that really annoys me, is that whenever you see another aircraft, the modeling of the multiplayer aircraft just looks so crappy. Even Pilot Edge does better than VATSIM, but still looks crappy. So I'm hoping that Microsoft Simulator, the new one, will fix that. Raven, have I ever flown an on an airline that is not around anymore. Yes, U.S. Airways is a U.S. airline that actually ended up merging with American, and so that airline's not around anymore. But now they're merged with now they just go by American Airlines, so they don't even fly their planes anymore. So that's one airline I've flown on in real life that doesn't exist anymore. A second one is called Continental, which merged with United Airlines, and so unlike what's interesting is with all these European airlines that are going out of business, like I'm interested to see why are they not merging with other airlines, and so like allowing basically another company to buy them out, to buy all their aircraft, buy their routes, and they just go by like British Airways or something like that, you know, instead of just shutting down completely. In the US, usually what happens is you'll see an airline, if they're struggling, somebody else will buy out that airline and merge basically with that company, merge the aircraft, merge some of the employees. So that means not as many people lose their jobs, you know, but I don't know. The Fish Kid, what's up, man? Good to see you. It looks like my Twitch chat is working. Thank you, buddy, for testing that out. I was actually having some trouble with that. Have I flown to Sydney? Yes, I have flown there multiple times on Infinite Flight, but not in real life. Bishop, that's the same way we say it in the US, 22.8. We can also say 22.8, but you know, they'll understand. Or we just, we'll actually also just forget about the point. We'll say 1228, like just don't even say it. You don't have to say it. Lots of ways to do them. I don't know the official correct way to say it, but I know all the different variations of ways to say it. Raven, yes sir, I am excited about the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. I was actually surprised, Raven, that you didn't already know more about it, and I didn't realize that you hadn't seen the videos. Yeah, Alfie, model matching is ridiculously horrible in VATSIM. Funny story, I did a general aviation flight with somebody last night in in Canada, in Western Canada. British Columbia, I think is what it's called. And I jumped into 5 different general aviation planes, and for the other guy, I was a 747. It was so funny, which was, again, I like VATSIM, but that's the thing that really pisses me off about it, is that like you don't see other people correctly and they don't see you correctly. And the worst part is that I couldn't see him at all. I could see him on the map for the VATSIM map, but I couldn't see him on my sim. And even though I've done other VATSIM flights where I could see people, so it was horrible. And so that's one of the things I like about Infinite Flight the most. Again, the main three things I like about Infinite Flight are the multiplayer function, the ATC to pilot communication and interaction that is formed by real people, and the community, like the responsiveness of the community, of the dev team, of the moderators, everybody. Like, I like how active Infinite Flight is and continues to be. Not saying, you know, other games are not like that, but like Infinite Flight, that's one of the big things that really attracted me to Infinite Flight in the beginning, was how responsive people were, how friendly people were, how helpful people were. And really, honestly, the whole aviation community is very similar that way. But yes, Kelly, I did answer your question earlier. I have flown to Sydney before. Decimal? Oh, that's weird. Okay, I got you now. Oh yeah, I was weird. I thought you meant decimal. But only in Infinite Flight. I want to go to Sydney in real life, like for real. I want to go to Sydney, I want to go to Melbourne, I want to go to Perth, I want to go to all those places over there. Like when we did that Australian tour, I learned a lot about Australia that I didn't know. And now there's a lot of places in Australia that I want to go to and visit. So I would love to in real life do an Australian tour and like literally go out there and visit all different places and beaches and all the mountains and all different things out there. Alfie, you're on PC now. Sounds good, man. Noodle Gamer, yes, I love music, man. Matter of fact, I make music. The Fish Kind, what's up, man? I see you. I see you. We should be looking at this chat. Alex Pete, what's up, man? I saw you. Have a great day and a better future. Really appreciate that, man. IFMG, give you some words of wisdom for what in specific? You can accommodate me with the Airbnb for real, for real? Like, don't joke, because I could literally hop on a plane tomorrow to Sydney. Like, I could, because I can fly standby, thankfully. But you know, I don't know how long I'll be able to do that, but I gotta take advantage of my standby status while it's available to me. But if you're for real offering an Airbnb, that'd be legit. I don't know what I would do out there. I ain't got money to spend out there right now, but I could go. Hyro Namin C, what's up, man? Hello, good to see you. Do I prefer old music or new music? I like both. I get in different moods and zones of the different types of music I like. You know, some days I'm like, you know, I feel like listening to this. And some days I feel like listening to this. And sometimes that's like current new music, and some days that's old, you know, music. I mean, I don't go too far back old, but I have my certain styles of music that I like. The Fish Kind, this is a flight simulator. I'm not really sure what you're asking, honestly. Hero is in Japan. What's up, man? Yes, sir. RIP Thomas Cook. What's up, Just Being Ben? Welcome to the stream. Bristol, welcome to the stream. You can recommend hotels? Okay. You downloaded all of the UK. Yeah, that's a good idea. I personally have all of the UK. I have True Earth, though. I have Orbix version. But before Orbix came out with True Earth, Great Britain on X-Plane, I originally had the majority of the UK already downloaded on Ortho. This music is kind of like... Alright, Raven, see you next time, man. Have a good day, bro. I do not play guitar. I am learning to play piano. Oh, okay, I see. I see. Fish Kind. Yeah, man, I play a lot of things, man. I do racing simulators. I do flight simulators. I do military simulators. I do train simulators. I do all kinds of simulators. I played farm simulator before, hunting simulator. All Aussies gather and pray for Blue to come to Australia. Trust me, when I go, you will know that I am in Australia. I will post it everywhere. Urzo, what's happening, man? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, that's a good idea, Alfie. Do your best, man. Get as much stuff as you can on X-Plane 11 without paying a dime. There's a lot of free things out there on X-Plane. There's no reason for you to go and pay your freaking $100 on upgrading your X-Plane. Especially if you already got P3D, there's really no reason at all. No reason at all. Ollie Bobs, welcome back. Always good to see you, my man. Kingsley, what's up, man? Armor 3, yes, I actually uninstalled it though. Currently, when it comes to military, like simulator, realistic type stuff, I prefer Squad or Insurgency. Oh, and I should mention, everybody keeps saying Condor is still alive, by the way. Even though we're losing Thomas Cook, Condor, it will still be around for a while. Do I remember IFATS? Yes, I do. Lil Easy, what's up, man? Urza, what's up? Captain Sign, what do you want to see? I'm sorry, sometimes I miss some of you guys' stuff. Noodle Gamer, how did I find this game? So I'm gonna try to make it like a short story. When I first, I guess basically I was playing X-Plane on my laptop, and I was getting like 10 frames per second. It was horrible. It took me like 3 hours to do 1 hour flight, and I was like, I'm sick of this. I want to find something else that I can play. I had an iPhone 8 at the time, I think, or 7. I think I had an iPhone 7 at the time, and I wanted to get my flight simulator fix in. Like, I wanted to play flight simulators, but my computer couldn't handle it. So I went on my phone, and I was like, you know what? I bet there's a flight simulator on my phone. So I searched it up. I found X-Plane Mobile. Tried that out. It was all right. I found Aeroflyfest. I tried that out. It was all right. Didn't stick. Like, it was good, but it just didn't stick. It just didn't. I don't know. I got bored of it pretty quickly. And then I tried Infinite Flight, and haven't gone back since. The thing that I liked about Infinite Flight the most was that it had multiplayer, it had ATC, it was very interactive, had a very active community. So I found that I just basically was searching flight simulators on my app store, and I found Infinite Flight. So that's how I found it. And since then I've been playing it. Later on I decided to start streaming it, and yeah. Alright, let me catch up on chat while I was talking. Yes, sir. Friend zone is one of the darkest places a man can be. Urzo, you like doing Manchester to Amsterdam? That's a great flight. I do that a lot on X-Plane. Jet Aviation. Thomas Cook was a familiar sight at your home airport. Sorry to see him go, man. Alex P, to get a pilot license, it's going to cost you $20,000. Yes. Honestly, realistically, a pilot license will probably cost you around the $30,000 range. No, wait, hold on, maybe I'm wrong. 20,000 probably is about right. Around 20,000 ish. But a lot of flight schools and places you can go, you can pay by the lesson. So I would recommend, if you ain't got like a huge amount of money, because a lot of flight schools like will charge you the full amount for your flight training all the way. You know, you pay this one big amount and then you get your whole training, right? What I recommend though is to not go that route. I recommend you just pay as you go. You know, so you don't have to have all the money up front. You can just have as much as you got. Use the money you do have to get started, and then try to worry about getting the rest of it while you're going through it. You know what I mean? Because in the end, it's probably going to cost you around $20,000 ish, depending on where you are in the world, depending on aircraft costs, instructor costs, things like that. My dog is not here. My dog is at my parents' house. I do not have an Xbox. I have a PS4, and my PlayStation multiplayer. What's it called? PlayStation Plus account just expired like a couple days ago. So I don't know if I don't honestly know if I'm gonna actually renew it. I'm probably not gonna renew it because I don't barely ever play it. It's really just a waste of money right now at this point. Yeah, Jeremy. Sad for Adria and XL Airways. Welcome back, Manali. Tadmir, Flight Simulator 4K. Yes, sir. Fishkind, currently we're flying to the Tenerife in the Canary Islands. We took off out of Malaga, Spain, for you guys who just joined us. Got the stream train chugging along here going south. Just flew over Morocco and Gibraltar. But these are 3 of the featured airports today. The feature routes, though, are flying from the Canary Islands or back to the UK. So a lot of people are flying out of like Gatwick. Most people are flying out of Gatwick, honestly. Gatwick to the Canaries. But we are, again, like I said, flying from Spain to the Canary Islands instead. Bit of a shorter trip. The other trip will take us about 3 hours, so this is only an hour and about hour 40-minute trip. We're only 40 minutes out, so we've been going for an hour now. Yeah, 57 minutes. Yeah, my dog is not here, so no, you can't see my dog. The name of the device I use. I'm on an iPhone 10. I have never been to Sweden in real life. No. Dang, you got banned yesterday? What happened, bro? My opinion on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, or as I like to call it, the new Microsoft Simulator, the next gen simulator. I'm excited. My opinion is I'm getting it. I'm looking forward to flying it. I'm hoping that it lives up to the expectations. I'm hoping that they stick with it. I'm hoping that third-party add-on support is going to be strong. And I don't know, man. I would say one thing I didn't mention last time we talked about Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator, is they are going to be in competition with everybody. By the way, everybody, even Infinite Flight. Even though Infinite Flight is on mobile, and Microsoft Flight Simulator is not going to be on mobile, I think it's still going to compete because, again, a lot of people are worried about PC specs and it's going to be really, it's gonna be require a lot. I still don't believe that it will. We'll see if I'm wrong, but right now I'm standing on my beliefs that in the new Microsoft Simulator is not going to be. You're not going to need a NASA computer to run it. That is my opinion right now, and we'll see if I am right when it comes that time. But. So that being said, if it's not requiring an NASA computer, that means more people are gonna have access to it. It's gonna be available on Xbox. A lot of people like you guys, a lot of you guys who don't have a gaming PC or a PC strong enough to run X-Plane on max settings or P3D with all the add-ons, you should be able to run Microsoft Flight Simulator and run it well. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking as of right now. So. In that case, it's going to compete because a lot of you guys are going to stop playing Infinite Flight. You're going to stop playing X-Plane Mobile. You're going to stop playing Aeroflight Mobile. You know what I mean? Because Microsoft Flight Sim is going to be available to you. But we'll see if that's right. If it does, if it has low PC spec requirements for Microsoft, the new Microsoft Simulator, it's going to compete with mobile games too. That's what I think. So, but I'm hoping that it's really freaking good, and I'm hoping as well that it is lower on PC specs. You barely get 75 frames per second in Arma. 3, okay. I don't know how many I get on Arma. Again, I didn't install Arma. It kind of frustrated me. But again, man, I know there's petabytes of information that we get from Microsoft Simulator, but people don't understand you're not gonna have all that on your computer. Like, you're literally only gonna have what you need downloaded to your computer, especially if you're flying online. But if you're flying offline, you're gonna need to, I guess, probably cache, as they say, or download specific areas. So like if you are a person from Europe and you mainly fly in Europe, all you need to download is Europe. Unless you want to do a offline flight from this side of the world to the other side of the world, you probably don't need to download that much stuff. Yeah, we almost got ghosted last week. How come every time I bump my desk, that freaking happens? That's annoying. Anything new on the horizon for Infinite Flight? Yes, sir, Brian Knight. We have a new 7172, which we should get very soon. I'm pretty sure they're showcasing that this weekend at the Flight Sim show in Europe. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be showcasing that there, like they did at Flight Sim Expo with the X Code. And they will probably get it, in my opinion. Again, I don't know. They haven't set any release dates, but I'm expecting to see it in the next few weeks. I'm expecting to see the next few weeks. The 172. And it should come with a lot of new features. I don't know what those are, but a lot of really new cool features. Also, A350 is on the way. I think the modeling is probably mostly complete. I've already seen the texturing of the cockpit, of the exterior. Everything looks pretty good so far. I think they're probably working on liveries right now. And so we should be getting A350 hopefully by the end of the year. After the A350, we understand we're supposed to get a 777 also, which is going to be amazing. I mean, I'm a Boeing person, so I'm pretty excited about the Boeing 777. And the great thing too is that the A350 is going to be amazing, guys. The dope part, I think the thing that excites me the most is that we're going to have an A350 with like the most up-to-date features on Infinite Flight, and then we're going to get a 777 with the most up-to-date features on Infinite Flight. Those two new airlines that are going to get amazing new features on Infinite Flight, and who's to say, since they're already working on Airbus, that we're not going to get anything new in the Airbus family, like the A330, the A320. I don't know. They haven't mentioned anything like that, but like, how hard is it to bring over some Airbus A350 information into the A320? We've already gotten the animated cockpits and stuff. We already finally got the working gauges, the live gauges in here. Digital gauge, I should say. And so who's to say that, you know, when the A350 comes out, we don't get some of that coding back to the A320 and some of the other planes. But it's just me speculating, you know what I mean? So we're 36 minutes out, 338 miles to go. Flight time currently has been an hour. We're pretty good on fuel. We have a crosswind still, so that's not helping us out. Ground speed is 555, cruising at Mach 0.82 once again, guys, at 35,000 feet. And flight's going pretty smooth, not too much turbulent. It's very nice. What up, V1 Vainza? Welcome, man. Glad you're back and watching the stream. Appreciate it. Alex Pete, you were asking if you can show me your joystick on Instagram. Yeah, go ahead and send it to me. That's fine. I'll check it out later on today. I can't look right now because I'm on my phone. Will the game ever revamp all their planes? Well, they're currently working on that. The A320 got some revamps, so that's why it looks better than it used to. So they're adding a few new planes, but they're also slowly going back through some of their older planes. That's why we're getting the 172, which was old as heck. You know, they're going back through a lot of their old planes and trying to rework them and make them better. Because there's new people joining Infinite Flight every day, and you want to make the best impression. So if, you know, you have this amazing A320, but then you go back to the 757 and it's a piece of crap, you know, like... it could turn some people off because the 757 may be their favorite plane. Alright, so I'm probably gonna descend. What do you think, Starley? Probably around 150, 165 miles out, 1,500 feet per minute. And oh, yesterday, if any of you guys were planning to check out my racing stream yesterday, V1 Venza, we're on the expert server. If any of you guys were planning to come to my racing stream yesterday, it got canceled sadly because iRacing actually updated like right at my stream time. So it was actually offline for maintenance for a while. When it came back online, it reset all of my settings. I feel like this is like the story of my life. Every time I try to stream something, it resets my settings. So I had to reset up my wheel, reset up all my keys. A lot of things weren't working like they were supposed to. And also some other things were going on that day as well, so I ended up deciding to cancel. And I'm hoping to get a racing stream in. I don't know. This probably will be my only stream of the day. I'll be working the rest of the day, and then tonight I'll be going out with my wife. Tomorrow, actually pretty excited about tomorrow. Tomorrow, me and a group of my friends are going hiking at a national park about an hour north of where I live. And I haven't been hiking in a while, and I've never been hiking like on a real hiking trail. I've been hiking. Well, no, I take it back. I'm sorry. I have been hiking before. I went hiking in Alabama, in the Alabama mountains. That was so much freaking fun. I enjoyed that so much. Oh wait, I take it back. I've been hiking twice. I went hiking in Alabama with a friend of mine who lives out there, him and his family. I went hiking again with my wife in Puerto Rico, in the mountains in Puerto Rico. That was so much freaking fun. And so I'm actually really looking forward to hiking tomorrow. My wife is supposed to be going. My best friend, his wife is going, which is my wife's best friend, and then their friend who is going as well. So it's gonna be about 5 of us going hiking tomorrow, and we'll also be doing some picnicking. Any of you guys interested in hiking or outdoor stuff, hunting, anything like that? Kind of curious if any of you guys are interested in that kind of thing. And so, but the funny part about that story is Giovanni, aka Find Your Passion. Some of you guys remember him. I brought him onto the channel a few times. He is really into hunting. He's the guy I always do hunting with in the Hunter Call of the Wild, and he really wants to go hunting in real life. I just bumped my freaking thing and it did that again. He wants to go hunting in real life, and he wants to go hiking to prepare himself for hunting. So the place that we're going hiking is actually a hunting area as well, so you can hunt on the same national park. And I think this season just opened up, but it's only bow hunting season, not rifle hunting season yet. But he wants to go out there. He wants to kind of like get an idea what the land looks like, all that stuff. And I don't know if he's ever been hiking before, but he wants to get in shape for it. So this whole week we've been working out early in the morning, 5:30 a.m. Yes, sir, 5:30 a.m. We've been going to work out, and I've been killing his butt, man. I've been like, all right, you want to go hiking? You want to go hardcore? Let's go. And so I'm hurting, I ain't gonna lie. My calves are hurting really bad from our workout from a couple days ago. We did 30 minutes worth of bleachers or stairs at a stadium. That was a lot of fun. And then the day after that, we did an incline run and some burpees with some overhead. Oh wow, I am sore. Jesus, I didn't realize I was that sore. I didn't feel it until I raised my arms. But we did some stuff. I'm all sore, but I'm excited about tomorrow and picnicking and having a good time with friends and whatnot. So it's gonna be pretty dope. I want to go snowboarding. I really do. I don't have snow here. It doesn't snow here, but I want to go snowboarding. That's one of the things that I always wanted to do, was go snowboarding. Copenhagen to Stockholm. Yes, sir. It is a good flight. All right, how we looking? 30 minutes remaining. I think it's a good time to do some shout outs while you guys are here. How about that? If you're watching and you hear my voice right now, go ahead and leave me a emoji in the chat. And tell me your favorite airline. Let's do that. Leave me an emoji in the chat and tell me your favorite airline, and I will give you a shout out starting now. We're gonna bring the music up. You're now listening to Blue Air Radio on 116 FM. I should really do a radio station, like no joke. Whenever I say Blue Arrow Radio on 116 FM, like I don't know, I just feel like a freaking radio DJ whenever I say that. I like saying it. It's not a real station, don't look it up. Noodle Gamer's favorite airline is Emirates. Welcome to the stream, bro. Glad to have you. Bishop McGalley, Qantas 787, Plane Spotting, Bremen, Eurowings. Jan Gowen, United. Armanali, Norwegian Air. Nice. Up the Vale, Jet2 or Virgin Atlantic. Thank you, man, again for watching. V1 Venza, thank you very much. Muito obrigado. Nikki Gaming, hello, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Doing shoutouts right now. What's your favorite airline, buddy? Starly, Qatar, all Airways. Nice, nice. IFMG, Jet Aviation. You don't think you have a favorite airline? Hey, I'm with you, bro. Why do you have to choose? It's not required to have a favorite airline. Freaking enjoy planes, man. V1 Venza says Alaska Airlines, legit, dope. Alfie, SAS, Scandinavian. Peaceful Flights, favorite airline is Nightbot Air. Just kidding. Just kidding. Daniel Hayden, American Airlines, AAL. What's up, man? Isn't it amazing when you put one emoji in the chat, get a warning? Sorry, man. Nightbot sometimes kind of oversteps his boundaries. Alex Pete says Delta and the 737-800 with the splitties, as I like to call them. Brian Knight, Aegean Airline. How do you pronounce it? Is it Aegean or Aegean or Aegean? I never knew how to say it, but Brian McKnight, dope airline. Peaceful Flights, Aerolíneas, Argentinas. Okay, there you go. Jonathan Smith, Delta is the bus. Yes, sir. Delta or bus, I think is what you're trying to say. Alfie's having a hard time choosing. You ain't got to choose. You hate Spirit? I also am not a fan of Spirit. Nikki Gaming, probably United. Same for me. Captain Sign, Easy Jet. Easy E. Melbourne has an airline? Interesting. Your second is SAS, Armanali, cool. Tash is Turkish Airlines. Jeremy, Air France. And Craig Disson finally chooses British Air. Again, I'm kind of planning on descending around 150 miles out at 1,500 feet per minute down to 18,000 feet is my original. I'm actually going to do 15,000 feet is my plan. I'll kind of adjust from there. Just kind of play it by ear, to be completely honest with you. I don't have any special calculation today. That's what we usually do, so that's what we're gonna try to do today. Airport should be just around sea level. It is on an island, so it should be around sea level, so we don't have to worry about the terrain being high or anything like that. Lot Polish Airlines, very nice. Third is TUI. Yeah, I think in the order, my favorite airlines are. It's really hard because I'm probably gonna choose all American carriers because I'm American. let me try not to choose all American. A lot of times the airlines that I like are based on their paint jobs, based on their liveries. Let me be honest with you, because the airlines that I fly the most are United, like pretty much 80% of the time, and then I'll rarely fly Delta and American Airlines. And I think one time I flew Frontier. Actually, I've never flown Frontier. Yeah, I've never flown Frontier. I've flown Spirit a few times because I just had to get somewhere quickly, which is the reason why they're successful. But yeah, probably United, Delta, American are my favorite airlines, to be honest, because they're all American. Oh wait, I forgot about JetBlue. I like JetBlue a lot, and I like Frontier. And again, that's mainly because of liveries, because of paint jobs, because I like the way their planes look. I like the way like for United, I like United because I fly with them. Not because they look good, but because I fly with them. The new livery, I personally like the new livery a lot. But as far as looks, I really like how the Frontier liveries look. It's really cool variety of liveries. I like the way the JetBlue looks. Cool variety of liveries as well. I love Air New Zealand. I love the way their liveries look. How did I turn the plane without autopilot? You use nav mode. Yeah, all that math you got going on there, Magali, that's not gonna happen right now. So I mean, if you want to give me a number, I can use that, but I'm not. Not today. Not today. Virgin America is very nice. They're now with Alaska, right? What is this island we're flying up on? Okay, where are we now? Check the live flight map. Alright, we're actually already over the Canary Islands. This is not our island, but we're flying next to, what is this one called? Lanzarote is the name of this island on the right. And then the one ahead of us is Fuerteventura. That's a cool name. Fuerteventura, the name of that one. So we're gonna be 1, 2, 3. We're gonna be landing on the 4th island. So this got 1 island, 2 island. There's 2 more islands after that island. So we'll be landing on the 4th Canary Island from this direction. And there will be ATC, guys. So again, make sure you follow all ATC instructions. Do what they say and don't get ghosted. I got my audio finally working for ATC in my ears, so I should be able to hear them more clear this week than I did last week. Have I ever flown LOT Polish Airlines? Not in real life, and I don't think I've ever flown it in the sim either. Minty Aviation says that these are very popular holiday destinations. Yeah, I actually do. I've heard of these places as far as like vacation spots. The Tenerife, I knew nothing about that until a song by Ed Sheeran. I don't know if any of you guys are fans of Ed Sheeran, but I'm a pretty big fan of Ed Sheeran. I love his music. I love his style. I love his writing style. I just love the way he writes music. And he has a song called Tenerife Sea, and I never knew where it was. That's actually where we're going. It was pretty cool. But I've looked up pictures and stuff like that. But all this, the whole Canary Islands is a really big place for tourists. El Bad Pino, what's up, man? I was wondering where you was at today. Leon Wing, Mr. Wing. This is not train server. This is expert server. But El Bapino always brings the cheese and wine on board, so thank you, man. Hopefully you'll serve that to everybody else as well. I'm sure we'll get ATC back eventually. We'll see what happens. We're gonna need it. We're definitely gonna need it. Malxer04, what's up, man? I'm doing well. Thanks for asking, man. Hope you're doing good as well. You're flying to Gran Canaria tomorrow, and you're flying TUI. Do I know much about them? I do not. I don't know anything about TUI. I don't even know where they where they fly in and out of. Brian Knight, yes sir. I started ground school last Friday, 1 week ago from today, and actually I was working on that before today's stream. I've been basically doing a couple hours every day. I've been trying to do a minimum of 2 hours of ground school per day this last week. I think I did miss 2 days because of work, but I've been trying to do at least 2 days of ground school a day. One of your girls IMG is from Tenerife. One of your friends. Tenerife is one of the favorite places you visit in the world. Wow, that's crazy. I have flown SAS, and I have flown Norwegian. Yes, I have flown both of those on the simulator, but not in real life. Brace it. You know, one thing I always recommend when you're very upset is to go play GTA offline. Because if you play online, you're gonna be more pissed at things people do to you. Go play GTA offline, single player, and just go blow stuff up. Matter of fact, you can do the same thing with Red Dead Redemption. It's even more satisfying on Red Dead. That's what I do. If I get really upset, have a bad day, long day, I don't go drinking. That's not my thing. I don't go do like crazy stuff, go out party. What I do is I go play games where I can like kill people and they can't do anything about it. Virtual people. I also, another thing that I do that actually calms me down and relaxes me is I actually fly on, again, like I'll get on an X-plane, I'll do some flying. Cause I don't know, there's something about it, like I go through the whole process of starting up the aircraft and do some flying, get the aircraft started. Once I get in the air, it's like this big sigh of relief, and I feel like all this stress just falls off of my shoulder, and we're in the sky, and I just feel better. I don't know. Mainly like to do like bush flying and general aviation flying around like scenic areas, and it really relaxes me, is actually getting out and flying. So I recommend doing that too. It's definitely a chill. You can get pretty chill doing it. Alright, we'll be descending about 21 miles. I am going to change my altitude to 15,000 feet. And again, make sure if you change your altitude, you set your vertical speed back down to 0, or your aircraft will start descending now. We're doing good so far. Flight time, hour 22 with 18 minutes to go, so we're right on time. We'll see how it goes with actually all the ATC left. Jeez, I guess they knew we were coming. Sometimes I feel that way. I feel like, oh yeah, you guys left because you knew Blue Games was on the way. Yeah, same with VADSIM. So yeah, I'm hoping that we get some ATC coverage back out here in the Canaries, because we're gonna need it. There's only one runway. I'll tell you, runway 08 is gonna be the active. Elevation is 207 feet. It's gonna be a really fun, really cool approach. And so I guess as of now, we're kind of prepared to not have ATC. So make sure you're spaced out, guys. 10 miles ahead of you. Make sure there's 10 miles ahead of you. Let's be spaced out, because again, it's one runway. There may be back taxiing. I don't have the chart ahead of me right now. I probably should get it. I don't feel like it. I'm gonna get it. Let me get the chart so I can know what my approach altitudes and things like that is. But yeah, spacing will be really important whether we have ATC or not, because if you don't have ATC, you get thrown in the right 360 or the hold, and you don't want that either. Yeah, IFMG, I would say don't give up, bro. I mean, if you're just friends, that's fine. You know, friends become more in the future sometimes, so don't give up on her. But I also would say, you know, don't push it too much either. Just be very careful. When you're in a friend zone, it's a very sensitive area. Because a lot of girls want to have a male friend. Like they like, you know, some girls just don't get along as well with girls. Like my wife was one of those girls who, when she was like a teenager and a kid, like her and other girls didn't really mix very well. Like they just, I don't know, just didn't, too much drama. But whenever she hung out with her guy friends, it was always cool, it was always chill, no worries, because like that's just how we are. And she wasn't trying to date all of them, you know what I mean? But she just wanted to be friends. But I know, as a guy, a lot of them want to be a lot more than friends. And because I'm a guy and I understand our point of view and how we feel about certain things and whatever. But she just wants to be friends with them. And so that's just the way it is. But you got to basically show them that you're boyfriend material and that, you know, eventually maybe you want to be something more. I mean, you freaking went and learned Spanish for this girl. Like, dang, bro. I'm proud of you. I ain't gonna lie. I'm proud of you. You actually went out and learned a whole new language to get to know some girl. That's amazing. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and descend. I'm gonna do 1,700 feet per minute. We did miss our top of descent by a few miles, but I'm gonna go a little bit steeper just to make sure. As you can see, I told you guys the fourth island is where we're landing at. The third one is ahead of us, and then we can actually see the fourth one off the horizon. So we'll be flying around the third, and we'll be going kind of back around and coming back and landing the opposite direction to land on that fourth island, which should be Tenerife. So as you're descending, guys, make sure you watch your speed. Make sure you don't start speeding in your descent. Something you want to definitely be careful of. You will get a warning about it, I believe, before it happens. And again, spacing. I can see behind me the spacing looks really bad after that turn. You guys are all over each other. So please space out, especially now into the descent. A lot of people are going to be descending at different speeds, and spacing is extremely important. So space. And I will say, I'll mention this again before we end the stream. Take some screenshots after the flight is over. Use replay mode. Take some really good, high quality screenshots. Send me those screenshots, and you may win a chance to be my YouTube thumbnail for today's flight. So we'll do that every time we do Infinite Flight. I'll try to use you guys as thumbnails. I mean, I can always use my own, but I like to be able to get you guys involved and interact with you guys and allow you guys to use thumbnails. I forgot who last week's winner was. I think it was Infinite Flight something. I have to take a look at who that was, but congrats to whoever won last week. Last week's thumbnail was based off, well, not based, it was one of your thumbnails, so pretty cool. Honestly, IFNG, from what you told me like a week or two ago, she did say that she liked you, didn't she? I think my album ended. Yeah, it did. Hey, we're jamming too, bro. Get something a little bit more gritty. Something a little bit more gritty. Let's see what we can find. I don't know what this is. I'm gonna try it. Hey. Alright, I don't know why it's making me sign in. Bro, I own this. This is definitely not gritty. Let's try you straight, Joe. You know what? Since we're talking about ladies today, what's up, Ben Brown? Welcome to the stream. Pretty sure I have a motivational quote in my arsenal that is maybe relationship related. Let me see what I can find. We haven't technically done a motivational quote today. Dang, Ben, you got detention, bro. But welcome, man. No problem if you're late. Glad you made it at all. Hope you're having a decent day, man. Happy Friday. Look like Marcellus Howard. I don't even know who that is. Alright, escort service is inbound. Cool, cool, cool. Hey, I do want to mention, guys, if any of you guys have DCS World on PC and are interested in flying with me on DCS, or interested in joining my small little squadron, I want to kind of start a squadron on DCS World. Preferably F-16s, but if not, it works out. But I want to kind of finally get the Blue Arrow Force airborne. It's been an idea I've had for years. Blue Arrow Force is basically just a fighter squadron where we go out and fly fighter jets on DCS World and do different missions, whether we do formation or missions or whatever. Just having a small group of people who can fly fighter jets with kind of idea. So let me know, hit me up. When will I fly to Sweden? I don't know, man. I don't know. Ben, you're getting an iPad for Christmas. Dope, bro. Bro, I don't want to think about Christmas right now. Jesus, I forgot about Christmas. Completely forgot that Christmas existed until you said it. Look at this mountain. This is cool. This little island looks dope. Oh, that's a volcano. Little airport right there. So that right there is one of the other airports that's featured for this week. So you could end up flying in or out of that airport as well. And I am surprised. Why do we not have ATC? What is going on with ATC right now? There's still no ATC online. We're 90 miles out, 10 minutes away. Bring my speed back down to 300s for you guys who are behind me, going down to 300 knots. Trying to see if I have. I don't have like a. I don't think I have a section for stuff about girls. Right. Bro, vibes right now. This is the IFMG vibe right now. It's how you feeling right now. This song's for you, bro. I'm sorry. Ben, no, this will be our final stop today, man. Alright, that's island number 3. We're landing over there. Ooh, okay, I got one. Ooh, I got one. Oh, this is good. This is real good. All right, so today's motivational quote of the day, which is inspired by my buddy IFMG and his relationship issues. I'm sorry to say it like that. And his situation. And this is for everybody. This actually works if you're in a relationship or not. Matter of fact, this works in general. Don't just don't just tell her you value her, but tell her why you value her. Don't just tell her you appreciate her. Don't just tell her that you like her even. Don't just tell her you love her, but tell her why. Women are interested in why. That's why whenever I'm like, I want to go to McDonald's, my wife is like, why? Oh, if you've been in a relationship for any significant amount of time, you understand all about that right there. Women like to question everything you do. It's just a natural instinct of theirs. They don't mean harm by it, but they just want to know why. Sometimes you don't have a reason why. So one time again, don't just tell her that you value her, or that you like her, or that you love her, or that you appreciate her, but tell her why you value her. That will take you a little bit farther in distance there. All right, we're gonna kind of expedite our descent here a bit more. I'm gonna slow down to 280 knots. Hopefully we don't get run over by this group of banshees behind me. I'm just kidding. But there is a group of people behind me who need to slow down. Runway 08 we're expecting. We are close enough. We should be. We're not though. Okay, apparently we're not close enough to talk to Unicom. But I think here in a few miles we should be close enough to talk to Unicom. Alex Pete, you do like this girl, but she just got done with a relationship. You'd be a bad guy and slip right in right there. It's perfect time when they're vulnerable, or you'd be the good guy and be there for her. But you could also be put in the friend zone for being there for her. But you also do want to be in her life in general. So there is an open spot now in her life for you to just be there for her, and maybe eventually. Yeah, I don't believe or condone. Or I don't believe in like. Using women or taking advantage of them when they're weak, you know, like when they first get out of a relationship, things like that. Like, obviously it is a good opportunity to make your way in. Like, if somebody you don't really know, you know, and you're trying to find ways to get to know them, like, it's a good time to finally, like, really get to know them, because they're vulnerable and they are more open to, you know, sometimes new relationships. Sometimes they can be a lot more aggressive against you as well. So what are we looking at right now? All right, 16,000. Down 11,000. Single and ready to mingle. Please don't say you love her if you don't know her. Please don't do that. Don't be like, hey, so I noticed that, you know, you come here every day at 12 o'clock and I love you. Don't be that guy. Dude, please don't be that guy. I did not come for me. Salute, Alex. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. All right, guys. Dr. Phil has left the aircraft. Getting ready for us to land here in Tenerife. We're actually on a, oh shoot, we're on a right downwind and we're probably too high. Yeah, 14,000 feet. We have to extend that downwind, and that's gonna cause some problems. So we need to lose a lot of altitude. I'm gonna slow down, way down, 240 knots. Speed brakes coming out, and I'm gonna drop down about 2,800 feet per minute to kind of lose some altitude here. We're at 13, got 2,000 feet to 11. Once we get to 11, we'll continue down below that. And I think my main concern personally right now is going to be that there's a big group behind me, and that this could get really messy here. Because our spacing wasn't bad, honestly, until now. But let's see if we can talk to Unicom now. Yep, there they are. And we'll go ahead and let people know that we are inbound for landings. Full stop, runway 08. We'll be making a right traffic. Airport on our right wing. Here comes 11,000. Current speed 336 knots. So the ground speed, we're at 260. Indicated that speed is coming back though, so we keep an eye on that and pay attention to it. I'm actually gonna hit heading mode, and that is gonna make it so that when we get to this turn, we don't actually make the turn. I want to make sure that we are good on our altitude before we get there. All right, we're good. Let's go ahead and just continue descending down to 5,000. And bring the speed down, I don't want to go too fast. We're not about to go down below 10,000. You don't want to speed and get a violation. Landing lights are coming on, and music is turning off so we can focus on this landing here, guys. Stereo cockpit for now on. Won't be answering any more questions. Hold all questions until after your applause. All right. Descending, passing 10,000 ISO. Land lights are on. That looks good. On right down, we can go ahead and announce that. Report position, right downwind, runway 08. Unicon, we're at 9,000 feet. We actually might make it because this is a pretty big, we might make it. I'm probably gonna go ahead and use nav mode. That'll help us, because if we extend, it's gonna get really messy. So if we could make a way to actually make this work here, it'll be best.
13,300 feet. Inbound for landing. We'll make right traffic for runway 8.
Tenerife Sir Unicom, Thomas Cook 3064 is on right downwind, runway 8.
Let me quickly get this chart. So now that I've been looking into doing real flight training, forced flight is becoming a real option for me. Not now, because I'm not actually in the aircraft yet, but I'm seeing that forced flights can be a huge benefit to me once I actually get started with my flight training. And I know that forced flight also works with an infinite flight, and I'm really curious to see how that works exactly. All right, let's see. Airport. Actually, that's funny. So the real world, this airport, actually the runway number has changed to 07 in real life. So airport team need to get on that. The real world runway number for this airport now is 07. It's no longer 8. All right, we're going to be down at 4,700. So let's go ahead and knock that down, 4,700. We're at 7, so we're good. We're gonna be good. We're gonna make it there in time. I'm gonna go a little, I don't want to go too fast. We go 225 knots because we are gonna be making a short, not short final, but you know, not too long of a final. So again, guys, if you're around me, please watch spacing. So like I'm about to do right now. So November 1 Whiskey Bravo, he's going 273 knots, so he's going a little bit faster than me, which is good.
Tenerife Sir Unicom is using runway 8. Right traffic.
Behind me, he's going 307. So like, Juan, you need to slow down, or you're gonna fly right into me or over me. Same with these two guys, unless you guys are flying formation with each other. Also, one easy way, guys, to really fix this problem is to extend your downwind. So make a left turn, give yourself some more space out there. That way, then make a right turn. All right, here comes 5,000. Speed looks good.
Tenerife Sir Unicom. Papa Foxtrot 313 is on final. Runway 8.
All right, guys, here we go. Oh crap! I guess it happens when I bump my thing, my desk. All right, report position right base. Runway 8. We're gonna be number 3. Town land. And also, guys, please don't buzz the screen and fighter jets just to be thirsty for attention. That's not cool. I don't mind if you escort me a bit, but don't like just do flybys just to get attention. Oops. Yeah, I swiped up or down. All right, we're at 4,700 feet. That's the perfect altitude we need to be at for this approach. I am going to make sure that our ILS is set to the correct frequency. And to do that, you just basically need to turn your HUD back on. And click down here. And we'll select ILS 08 for arrival, which again in real life is now ILS 07. I'm gonna zoom my map in here a bit to watch for traffic. Traffic ahead of us looks okay, so we're gonna, he's already turning his, turn spoilers off, set that to arm. He's already turning his final. That's I think it's November 1 Whiskey Bravo up ahead of us. And wow, my plane's already turning. That's cool. So let's go ahead and descend to 2,600 feet. So slowing my speed down to 180 knots now. Use a little bit of spoilers to keep
Flight
speed down. Go
spoilers
flaps
extend
one.
lap
Tenerife,
one.
Sir Unica. Thomas Cook 757
Landing lights are
is
on.
right base. Runway 8.
Port position, turning final runway 08. So we should have just enough space between me and him. Oh wow, we're cutting him off. Oh crap, that's not good. Slow way down, way down. Gonna get sketchy. Look at these guys behind me. There's no space at all for me. Like, I'm about to literally see him in a second. Here's the runway.
Tenerife, Sir Unica.
So the good news is that there's no back taxi on this runway.
Flaps 2.
That's the good news. We're 6 miles out.
Papa Foxtrot 313 is on
Yeah, we're way too close. So I gotta abandon this approach. And I'm going to... I can't go left because there's a mountain there. I'm just gonna have to circle back right. But yeah, I'm gonna do the mature thing here because there's just too many people. Holy crap. No,
Flaps
no.
out. Spoilers retracted.
No. I'm trying to fix it. Let me go. You're not stalling. It's a lie. It's stalling. Alright, I gotta take control. Before we die. Autopilot. Where's my autopilot?
Tenerife, Sir Unicorn. Common
There we go.
444,
Alright, nose
taxi to
down.
runway 8.
Alright, so I'm gonna stay around 3,500. Jesus, autopilot, do the right thing. Okay, here we go. Alright, let me turn everything off. Thank you. Alright. I'm in control of the plane now. Oops. Because I'm trying to maneuver and my cord doesn't like it when I move my phone. Come on, nose down. Other way, other way, other way, other way, other way. Sometimes I kind of trick the plane and kind of put in a negative trim just to get the nose down coming out of a stall. Even it back out of 0. We're at 35,000.
Tenerife, Sir Unicorn. Thomas Cook 8721.
Dude,
taxi
there we
to
go.
runway 8.
Heading, hold.
Tenerife, Sir
E,
Unicorn,
hold.
Viking 360
Alright,
is 6
autopilot
nautical
on.
miles to the north.
Alright, we recovered.
16,000 feet, inbound for
Okay, so we're going around.
runway 8.
Let's see what's spacing. So, hey, cool. Look at this massive gap. This is the problem with people in infinite flight. Everybody wants to land at the same time, and there's this massive gap behind us that could be filled. So I'm gonna fly back, and I'm gonna get right ahead of this guy over here. We can already just basically make another right turn here and remake our approach again. I'm gonna slow down to 200 knots so we can make a tighter turn. Lane lights are still on. Yeah, that stall thing always happens to me when I'm like when I'm trying to approach, you know, like set up for approach, and then I decide not to. Things just, you know, catch up with me, you know. See, what does that look like? Is everybody on the runway at the same time?
November 1 Whiskey Bravo is clear of all.
He's on the runway. You got 5 more planes within like a half a mile of each other, all landing at the same time.
Tenerife, Sir Unicom. Alpha Uniform Victor Alpha 0.
I just want to watch how this is gonna play out.
Runway 8.
Tenerife, Sir Unica. Sierra Uniform Papa Bravo Lima Uniform is on final. Runway 8. Tenerife, Sir Unica. Sierra India Victor Alpha 008 is 18 nautical miles to the southeast at 15,100 feet.
Alright, so we're vectoring ourselves.
We'll make straight in for runway 8.
Tenerife, Sir Unicom. Thomas Cook 3064 is on final. Runway 8. Tenerife, Sir Unicom.
Now you got one plane on the ground.
Alpha 001 going around. Tenerife, Sir Unicom.
Alright, there you go. We got somebody who knows what they're doing. He's going around.
Miles to the northwest at 18.
Decided really late, but he's going around.
Inbound for landing. We'll make straight in for runway.
We're still gonna have at least 2 planes on the runway at the same time. He's still taxiing. So the exit is way at the end of the runway. Okay, he went around too, it looks like. Nice. And the fighter jet's probably gonna land because he's a fighter jet. He can do whatever he wants. So it ended up working out. A few people did decide to go ahead and go around, which is good. I think that was a good decision. by you guys. Proud of you. But some other people decided to go ahead and force it. All right, we're gonna slow down a bit. We're on a right downwind now again. Report position right downwind, runway 08, blue 116.
Blue 116 is on right downwind.
Let's go ahead and fix this trim. I'm gonna put it back to
India Foxtrot Alpha Echo
10%.
11, taxiing to runway 8.
We are 8.5 miles away. Traffic below me, 1,500 feet below me. Hopefully he's not going to be a factor. We actually are above glide slope quite a
Bravo Lima uniform is clear of all
That's
Flaps
one.
1.
Tenerife Sir Unicum, Comma 444 is taking off runway 8, departing
Right
north.
turn. Final approach heading is me 074.
Tenerife Sir Unicum, Tomjet 4173, holding short runway 8.
Alright, here we go. I
Tenerife
have
Sir Unicom, India Foxtrot Alpha
visual
Echo
of it. We're going to call our
holding
final.
short runway 8.
Runway 08,
Tenerife
blue
Sir
116.
Unicum, Blue 116 is on final, runway 8.
Alright, I think I'm going to fly it from here, guys. Hopefully my phone stays connected as I grab it and maneuver with it. I'm going to calibrate my screen, set my speed here, and
Tenerife Sir Unicom,
Go.
Alpha Uniform Victor Alpha
pull is
001
set to
is
arm,
on
flaps
right
are set
base,
to
runway
1,
eight.
with flaps.
Flaps 2.
Heading is deselected. I'm going to go gear
Gear
down.
down.
Tenerife Sir
Runway
Unicom,
should be clear last time I checked, but there are some people departing also, so we gotta watch out for that departing traffic. Gears down 3 green. Flaps are down to 2. Or 5 miles up. And low, we're very, very low actually. So we need to level out for a little bit.
Glide slope. Too fast. Too fast.
You're too fast.
Flaps 3.
I know I'm using like the actual HUD, but realistically I can't see nothing down there.
Tenerife Sir Unicum,
I realistically cannot see anything on the actual
Tenerife
cockpit
Sir
display,
Unicom,
so
Alpha Uniform Victor
it's kind of
Alpha
pointless.
001
I would
is
basically
on
be
final,
landing blind or
runway
just, I guess, visually. I wouldn't know how fast I'm going or anything if I don't use the HUD. So, hate if you won't. And we're still very low.
400.
Runway is clear.
Minimums.
Glide slope. Glide slope.
Kind of unstable
Glide
at the
slope.
moment.
Glide slope.
Be honest with you.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
From my experience, when you hear glide
Glide
slope, it
slope.
means you're too
Glide
low.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
Like you're
Glide
below the
slope.
glide slope.
Glide slope.
I
Glide
am
slope.
not even on
Glide slope.
the
Glide slope.
localizer right now. Sorry guys, it's just my
Glide
cord
slope.
whenever I go.
Glide slope.
68 is
Glide
on
slope.
final.
Aye, aye.
Glide slope.
There we go.
Taxiway.
Ah, come on, stop.
Spoilers extended.
I'm sorry guys. That was my you'll see in the replay, but I need to get a new HDMI cord or something because whenever I rotate the phone a certain amount, it cuts out. Alright, we'll let it roll. Not gonna kill too much speed. That roll to the end. But from my point of view, it was not that smooth of a landing. It was pretty rocky. But whatever. Here we go. We'll take the high speed exit.
Tenerife Sir Unicum, Tomjet 4173 is taking off runway 8, departing north. Tenerife Sir Unicum, Tomjet 4173, holding short runway 8.
For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and
Alright, make a left here.
Tenerife Sir Unicum. Sierra India Victor Alpha 008 is on right base. Runway 8.
I don't know, man. I don't know what happened with ATC today, guys. I don't know what happened. How much you want to bet? I could bet you money on this. As soon as my stream ends, you're gonna see 3 different ATC towers pop up out here. Alright, spoilers off, flaps up, landing lights and strobe lights coming off, and we're gonna taxi the parking. We are clear of all runways.
Tenerife Sir Unicum, Blue 116 is
Put my
clear
phone
of
back
all
down.
runways.
Tenerife Sir Unicum, Viking 368 is on final, runway 8.
Probably should have took that taxiway right there to get over there. Might be another one up ahead. Yeah, there's another one up ahead. Welcome to Tenerife, people. Again, happy Friday.
Tenerife Sir Unicum. Sierra
There will be
India
ice
Alpha
packs.
00
The flight attendants will be giving you guys ice packs at the door
runway
for your sore bottoms. But hopefully you enjoyed the view along the way.
Tenerife Sir Unicom, Speedbird 2664 is inbound. Request traffic advisories.
Tenerife Sir Unicum is using runway 8. Left
Yes, I did already
Tenerife Sir
answer
Unicom,
multiple
Alpha
versions
Uniform
of that
Alpha
question. That's why I have not
001 is
responded.
clear of all runways. Tenerife Sir Unicom,
Okay, it's over
Speedbird
there.
2664 is
We'll park
24
right there,
nautical
next to that
miles
old
the
school Thomas
northwest
Cook.
at 7,000 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make left traffic for runway 8.
And then we'll deboard. Thank you, Phoenix 116. Long time no see. Thank you for the super chat donation. Oh snap! Into the freaking terminal we go. Thank you so much, man. Make sure the rest of you guys also give him a big thank you for supporting and that super chat donation. Thank you very, very much. I'm gonna back up here just to get a bit better positioning on this line.
Tenerife Sir Unicum.
Might have a hint of OCD in my system.
Runway 8.
I don't like being too far ahead or out on the line.
Tenerife Sir Unicom, Thomas Cook 27 is on fire.
There we go, we'll stop it right there. Alright, seatbelt signs off, engines coming off, beacon lights coming off. And we'll have to watch the replay because I don't even know if you guys were able to see it. Like, my cord kept, like, freaking, yeah, bouncing around. Like, if you move it even a little bit, it decides to cut out. I don't know if I need to get a new cord. I have, I might try switching it. I have like 3 or 4 different HDMIs already. I might try using a different one and seeing if that helps. So we'll try that next time. All right, we'll sit here for a little bit. We have a few aircraft on final. We'll watch the next one. Let's go catch him really quick before he lands. But I can't stay and watch everybody. So, sorry. Gotta go. Did really good on time though. Probably did better, honestly, with not having ATC. And it looks like somebody's going around because there's an aircraft departing while somebody was trying to land. That's unfortunate. So that plane we were trying to watch land could not land because there was a plane taking off. That was a smart thing to do. So there's another guy coming in. We'll watch him. And then after he lands, we will jump to our replay and see our own landing, which is not going to be anything special to watch. And then we'll get out of here, guys. Thank you again, though, for another amazing Friday night flight. And I enjoy. If you're out in Europe for the Flight Sim show event, I don't know what they call it. Enjoy. I wish I could have went. I think it's called Cosford or something like that. But definitely enjoy. I wish I could have made it out this year. Maybe next year. See. While we wait, we'll jam out to some chill vibes. Next. It's not very chill, right? It's all like surfer music. It's like a surfer album. Oh, Gamer Infinite Flight, what's up, man?
India Foxtrot Alpha Echo 11 is on right base, runway 8.
Sounds good, I from GC next time. Oscar, have I seen JFK on FR24? What is FR24? Yeah, no problem, man. Go ahead and my plane is there, so you guys feel free to park wherever you need to park. Like Swiss coming in for a landing. With the float. Oh, big float. Oh, he's still floating it. I don't know. I haven't seen my landing yet, but I feel like even though he floated half the runway, his was still better than mine. Welcome to Tenerife Sea. Exit left when able. Contact ground on ground point 9er. Alright, anybody coming up quick? I want to watch one more. We'll watch one more. Oh wait, Captain Haas. We'll wait for him. Captain Haas has been a long time supporter. Giovanni's coming up as well. We'll watch 2 more landings and then we will go. We'll watch mine and then we'll leave. Yes, sir. Glad you got here right in time for the landings. Basically, plane spotting now. But I'll go ahead and take this time to mention that I kind of mentioned it earlier in the stream. I haven't decided 100% yet, but most likely next week. Come on, man! I want to zoom on that guy. All right, we're just watching from here. You can see 3 planes right now, which is pretty cool. Keeps going to Swiss. I want to let it go him. That's annoying. What I was gonna say is, oh, C or J. Most likely next week we'll be streaming DCS World and doing some military operations. I think that'll be fun. Oh my god, I keep zooming to the wrong plane. Do it manually, jeez. Oh, nice, very nice landing by whoever that was. Okay, well, screw you. Screw this. Swiss is taking over my freaking camera. I can't zoom on anybody but Swiss. Alright, we got one more. Mr. Captain Haas is in the building and he's on the way. Don't worry, only the whole world is watching you right now. No pressure. But yeah, I was saying I'm gonna probably stream DCS next week for the majority of the week. I don't know if I'll be flying Friday Night Flight next week. I know Tuesday actually there will be no stream. Most likely. I will probably still try to do at least a race, but I'll be doing a lot of DCS next week. Oh my god, that's annoying. You know when you double tap the screen, it's supposed to like zoom in on the person. Captain Haas, ooh, that's that right there. That was smooth. He greased that thing. That's a 10 out of 10. That's a 10 out of 10. I need Captain Haas to be my new captain of my plane. I'll be first officer because he needs to land my planes. I want to be like you when I grow up. Great job, bro. Applause all around. All right, let's go see mine. It's gonna be nasty, but let's go see it. All right, I'm gonna wait for that to load. That was very, very, very smooth. Oh, we. What do those red marks mean? Oh, stall. That's what it was. Alright, here we go. Like, there was nothing pretty about my approach at all. Flyboy Fly, how many flights have I done in real life? Like, as a pilot or as a passenger? I've done quite a lot of flights as a passenger. I've done one flight as assisting pilot. Technically, I wasn't piloting command. I was with the guy who was flying. He let me take the controls. I wouldn't really consider that being a my flight. All right, let's watch it from the flyby view, I guess.
Tenerife, Sir Uniform, Golf, Bravo, Echo, Sierra, Tango 7, taxiing to runway 8.
Tenerife Sir Unicorn, Alpha Uniform Victor Alpha 001 is on final, runway 8.
Yes, Chris, your landing was like perfect, bro. I don't know if you were on auto land, but that thing was smooth. Matter of fact, I think it was smoother than what auto land could land. Making me look bad. I mean, technically, I haven't flown on Infinite Flight since last Friday, so it's been a week, so I'm rusty. That's why whenever I was like, I want to do like I want to spend a week. Like whenever I do Infinite Flight, I like it when I spend like a whole week doing it, because then I actually get better. My landings get better when I do more flights more often. All right, here we go. Look at this. I'm so off of the center line right here. I think we landed on the taxiway actually. This is also when my connection was. I was losing connection. I was trying to figure that out. Oh my god. So ugly. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. The speed brakes are pretty, but it was bad. One more time. Or a few more times. Oh, that was horrible. We landed on the taxiway. Oh my god, that's so bad. Oh. It's so funny because then like I play it off by like moving over to the center line after I've touched down. There it is. I don't even know who that is, honestly. Probably a tax collector or something. Somebody trying to sell me something I don't want. Thankfully, the flight's over, mostly. That has to be a very uncomfortable landing. Like, that would be a scary landing in real life. Can you imagine being in a plane and like it lands like this, sideways, you boom, boom. And then you hear a big jerk of the wheel. Yeah, that's a negative 10 out of 10 right there. That's an unacceptable. That's a you should have been fired landing right there. All right, we're gonna watch one last camera view from the wing view. Watch from the left side. Blue's worst landings. Yeah, that should be a compilation right there. I could probably do that now that we have replay mode. That's probably possible. Javier, what's up, man? Good to see you. This is Infinite Flight Mobile Flight Simulator. Sorry about that, guy. There's my freaking bump my desk. It disconnects. It's annoying. But guys, we're getting out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Next week, I'll be back probably Wednesday. I'll try to stream Monday if I can. I know work is really busy for me on Monday, so it's really hard for me to get a stream in. Tuesday, I have something going on. Wednesday, I'll most likely be back. But next week, we'll be playing on DCS World, doing some fighter jets, military operations, so join me there. We'll also probably do some racing as well next week. But thank you guys as always for joining. I really do appreciate it. And all those who also flew with us today, always great to have you here. Make sure you enjoy your weekends. Spend some time with your family, your friends. people you love,
Sir Unicorn.
because life is short. Remember though, you got 3 choices. Give up, give in, or give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I'll see you guys next time. Next video. Peace. Thank you, Phoenix, for the super chat donation, bro. Last minute donation. Thank you, man. And make sure everybody says thank you to them. Thank you, everybody who subscribed, liked, follow, whatever it is. Thank you for just watching. Thank you for supporting any way that you have. Again, thank you guys so much. I couldn't say thank you enough. I appreciate it. Peace. I'm out for real this time.
Tenerife, Sir Unicorn. Binter 9825 is 8 nautical miles to the south at 10,700 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make straight in for runway 8.